Okay, so we're recording this again because the fucking Chromebook is a piece of garbage and it will not stop changing the audio input to the shitty microphone on the earphones when I plug my earphones in, as if I would possibly ever want that. So we're having to re-record this whole thing again, which is like half an hour of audio on a part that's already kind of boring. So I'm fucking pissed. And so here we go again. Double kick seemed effective. Hornjaw was a one-hit KO, but he's in yellow, so he should only take one more of these, right? You've got a crit, and somehow the second one doesn't finish him. I don't know how the fuck that happens, so we lose someone, which makes no fucking sense. Infuriating. He could have theoretically done that to anyone, although he probably could have one-shot him with, like, a water Pokémon or something. So I'm kind of pissed. That loss was unnecessary. Yeah. The fucking egg guy is pretty shit. He's not evolved yet. He hasn't got good psychic moves, so we're not too concerned about him. Alakazam's a glass cannon. He's quite fast though, so that's why I risk hoping the quick attack will do it in case he outspeeds us doing something. And then I switch into someone more tanky who's resistant to his water attacks. I thought Gyarados was half flying, but he's not. It's dragon, isn't it, in this gen? If it wasn't always, so Ice Beam doesn't do as much as I hoped, but he's confused and hurts himself, so that's good news. We're body slamming him, Ice Beaming him just because it's accurate, and yeah, we're surfing the fire guy. He's got such a level difference that he manages to outspeed us, hurts us and burns us, and one more flamethrower and burn damage should do the trick, potentially, so I don't want to risk it. So I'm wondering who I can switch into. And Mika's loses over half his health, so we're worried we're pretty fucked because I don't want to lose anyone. But I guess Joey could peel off at least one quick attack, but that's not going to be enough to finish him. And yeah, we're fucked, right? It seems. But no, Jack is just so damn tanky with that HP and the defense. He doesn't go down, he gets the yawn off. I'm hoping to get the rest off before he kills us. We're hoping for not a critical hit, which is what happens, and we're safe. Now we can easily... We're both asleep, but we have Snore and he doesn't, so the battle was a foregone conclusion. And we lost one guy. But there's a massive level gap between... between, like... the guy here and the Elite Four and himself at the Elite Four. There's like a huge jump, like 20 levels or something mental, which would have made the base game more challenging for a kid because the AI wasn't very good in Classic. But the annoying thing is, on a Nuzlocke, that's like the difficulty is difficult for a different reason. You can't just revive, so yeah, that sucks. Still horribly cold. I'm still kind of ill. I'm super pissed off I lost this recording. I'm going to struggle to talk without spitting blood. Not because I'm ill, just because I'm pissed. I mean, that'd be pretty badly ill. I wouldn't be doing a Nuzlocke if I was like bleeding out of my mouth. That'd be kind of fucked up. But yeah, we're chucking the X-Share on the Voltorb because it's an electric type and replaced one we lost, but I also believe he has soundproof, which would help him resist being roared away by the legendary dogs, so there's that. So yeah, we can get through the guards now, and we can finally see if we survive to the Elite Four. Putting Joey up front. Nope, Randy. Trying to plan out the levels. I wasn't sure at this stage what I'd do. I think I decided on maybe getting to like Lance's levels pretty much, because then you're not over leveled for the rival even if you level up during the thing, but you're not like trying to get Lorelei's levels and then being horrifically out leveled by the later ones. That seemed like a fair way to do it. Maybe like Agatha would be the halfway point. Like, it's just cheap how the Elite Four is always like the Elite 5 with the champion, It's disproportionately hard for a Nuzlocke. There's no other section in the game that makes you like fight 2 gym leaders or something in a row. It's pretty unique in that way. Also, trying to min-max by getting everything on the item finder, but the issue is that's kind of boring to watch someone follow arrows around, Such is life. I've been watching so much Clone Wars just out of no CD completionist thing. I'm not even a big Star Wars guy, but I was going to watch The Mandalorian at several people's insistence. But I wanted to watch that first because I know there's a character in it who's in The Mandalorian, and it's kind of a weird show to watch because what's going to happen. We've all seen Star Wars, right? We know that spoilers. We know that the Sith win or whatever, right? That Padme dies and whatever else. There'll be a whole episode where it's can Padme actually end the war by doing diplomacy? And it's well, no, because we know she fails and she dies and she's not the main character, and it's season 3 episode 6 and there's 7 seasons of this show, and it's just it's even more futile than normal. You can usually think, the conflict's not going to get resolved before the season finale with any regular show, but this is 1,000 times worse than that. There's just no stakes. So the only characters you end up caring about are the clones, and especially the named ones and stuff, and the new character, Ashoka or whatever. They're kind of interesting, but a lot of the episodes aren't about them. You think they would lean more into that, right? But so I'm at the end of season 3. I heard it gets really good around season 4. So I'm going to hang in there. I think I'm going to get 1 month of Disney Plus when the Marvel shows come out, and then I can watch more of it there instead of the totally legal other way I've been watching it until now. And then I can watch The Mandalorian, and I'm all caught up. And it'll be as good as they say. I know a couple of people online who have good politics and takes on things, and they really love the show, so but it's just stuff that's kind of awesome in small doses, the lightsaber fights, eventually it's just amazing that can become boring. But probably you were meant to watch an episode of the week as this show and probably be a young child or older child, but not a 30-year-old man. But it's not helping that I'm bitter because I'm sick and it's fucking freezing in this stupid country. I cannot believe they haven't insulated the houses. It's 2020. If you're a landlord, you're making a fuckload of money from these tenants, and it's not standard here to do it. I understand that, but the idea that something's not standard, so you're not morally obligated to do it, is not to be. I'm not saying this is going to be a really dramatic example. It's almost Goodwin's Law shit, right? But if you had slaves, it was normal to have them, right? It was a common occurrence back then, but it didn't make it right. No progress ever gets done if eventually people don't set a trend and stop doing a shitty thing first. And so landlords aren't obligated to provide heating, but it's how about you just double glaze your fucking windows? You make a shitload of money renting this shit out. And the scummiest thing that they do here is that they have there's no plug hole in the bathtub, and I think the implication is the landlord's trying to save money on hot water, right? But the one time I wanted to use it when I was sick and my muscles were hurting, I thought a hot bath would be be absolutely what the doctor ordered. Can't have one. Never mention that when they're showing you around though. You see there's a bathtub, you assume you can use it. They charge you enough fucking money, People just take the piss. I think it's karmic punishment because I own a place and I rent the rooms out. So I'm a landlord, but I fucking did the place up. I reinvest the money in it, and now I got 2 people not paying. And it's my politics don't say I can't kick these fuckers out when they're broke during a fucking pandemic. But it's just pisses me off that no other landlord has those qualms. So maybe it's my karmic punishment that I'm a landlord, so I have to deal with another shitty landlord. I have a shitty landlord, because they're all shitty and exploitative. It's bullshit. It's not a real job. But I don't know. It's just pissing me off. Here we have got a Marowak. We never had a Cubone. We saw one in the tower, but we already got a Ghastly. So this is actually new, even though we hate this line. It's quite useful. I think it actually learns False Sight like we want, so it's good to have a second one that can do that for capture purposes. But I think it's Marowak is Arawak, which is a native tribe as I understand it, and then there's the Sioux, I think, which is spelt like that, who are also a tribe, so I kind of like that. It's I don't want a name for it, Maybe my history and spelling is completely wrong, but whatever, man, who cares? So, yeah, that's one of those stupid things pressed. That's where the Moltres would be. It's just like it's like a spoiler. It's like a dire hit thing up there, you know. It's useless. Like, you think they'd at least give you like a charcoal or something that's like vaguely related to a Moltres, you know. Irritating. So yeah, between parts we farmed a sharp beak and a magnet and things like that. So yeah, we're just faffing around fighting all these trainers. What else can we talk about? This is a super boring part because it's kind of long. It's just like fighting trainers that were weaker than the guy we just beat, so it's a safe bet that we win, you know. But it's the last one before it'd be weird to have a gap. It's like the last one before the Elite Four, so there's that. Between parts, I'm going to spend any money I've got on like maybe vitamins or something, TMs, you know, things like that for the team before we go into the Elite Four. Like I said, I level up in, I think, relation to Lance pretty much. Probably take a few levels, like less weaker than him, to account for leveling up during the fighting. This guy's all psychics. Good old body slam. They're physically fragile, and we've got the advantage of being out first. And we win. No self-destruct on a Nuzlocke, thank you. What's weird is now, because I've recorded this twice in quick succession, I don't remember what I've said on what part. Like, have I talked about stuffed my face with sweets and mango juice? Which is always a good excuse when you're ill, is to do stuff like that. Yeah, man, it's so cold in this country. I'm in debt by $1,000. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm having a good enough time, I guess. Back at work tomorrow, which is always a good distraction, if nothing else. I'm gonna make sure I stay here at least through the summer, you know. Maybe I won't do a second winter here, but I don't want to get stuck. My friend might be filming a movie or something in April in Southeast Asia, so it'd be kind of sick to be an extra or something there. So I might move there somewhere warm, and if I can't get gainful paid employment here after getting the experience I'm getting from my unpaid work, then eventually I'll have to go somewhere cheaper to live or somewhere with more employment opportunities, either or. I should start looking up abroad what there are. But yeah, as I've mentioned before, this whole project was to get like... I'm just paranoid it's recording again, but I'm sure it is. If I cut out, it might pause the video or something. But yeah. I need to see what jobs are out in other countries. But this whole project was to just practice getting comfortable on the mic and getting audio and equipment working and recording programs working, and I think that's achieved that, so I can move on to what I really want to do. But I only have this apartment, which means the recording space, for the rest of January 2021, and then after that I don't, so I'm probably going to have to get a couple of episodes out before then. Part of me almost hopes I'll lose to the Elite Four. I won't be too gutted if that happens, because I've already got what I wanted out of it. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I said last time. So there's also the issue of I've got no revives or whatever in this game, no items like that, but Ho-Oh is in this ROM hack, and he drops Sacred Ash, which can revive a whole team, and that's like part of the lore, right? It's part of the canon. You can get it off him, you can steal it off him and kill him, and then after the Elite Four, if you beat the Elite Four, he's back. So I think you have to beat the Elite Four at least once to get him, right? But could potentially get like 10 to 12 guys back from him. And round 2 of the Elite Four is like a whole different game. I was just going to play up to the Elite Four round 1, but they are much harder, right? So be interesting to see how that goes. I wonder if other Fire Red Nuzlocks go up to that, or whether they just go up to the first Elite Four. Yeah, you get 5 Master Balls on this, but I think that's because it's the ROM hack. You only get the one originally from Mewtwo. You can only get after Visit 1. That's a good point, actually. I wonder who Mewtwo would replace on this team. I guess he's technically better than Mew, but I can't imagine Mew is... those 2 Psychics, Mew is so good, especially with Soft Boiled and stuff, that I cannot imagine not replacing one of the others with him. And I guess probably going to have at least one guy die in the Elite Four, right, if I win. So there's that. Be interesting to see who my team would be for the Elite Four round 2. Depends how many legendaries you can get. I've resisted getting any of the legendaries from the Ultraviolet hack, the Groudon and the Whale and the Rayquaza, whatever the fuck you say that. I never played Emerald as a kid. Like, I missed that whole generation. I played the very new Pokemon. I played a couple of ROM hacks of like White and stuff. Played up to Fire Red, which I got at like an illegal ROM on holiday, which I bought from a shop, like legitimately, but they're all pirated shit, you know, when you go overseas to touristy areas. And yeah, I bought the Game Boy Advance SP, and that's why I also had a foreign charger. I had to charge it in like the lights you get in bathrooms in England, like have the 2-prong plugs. I had to charge my Game Boy in like my parents' mirror shaver charger thing instead of from a normal power socket. I guess I could have got an adapter, but I never thought of it. Wonder if this guy's fire Pokemon are a reference to Moltres being here originally. I'm not sure. Yeah, I was joking about, I was talking shit about these boulder puzzles being like way too easy and just stupid and annoying, but like I fuck up at one point. Like I went in twice to the first floor the slow way to get the items, and then on like this floor I think I pushed the boulder and then go up and down the ladder and fuck it up. Pretty typical. Cell phone, as they say. Yeah, I want to do the Elite Four. I could do it tonight. If I finish this part, I could go straight into doing a live reaction to that part. Because as I've always said, if I fuck up the live reaction to it, I could always at least go for like... I could just overdub it like I have all the other parts, so... what you could do is like live reaction and then do editing as well, but I've never understood that, because like, how do you not cut yourself mid-sentence all the time if you like cut out the boring parts? But if you started something you're talking about while it was an interesting part, how do you not like lose continuity of what you've said? You could try just only talking for interesting parts, but sometimes stuff comes to you, I guess there's like an art to it. I have to like... I wonder how other people do it, because when you do, even if I look at someone else's finished product, I don't really know what they've left on the cutting room floor. It could literally be that you're just silent unless you see something interesting. But then how do you know, like say you're a battle that's unremarkable but you end up losing someone, you've been silent for the whole beginning of it. It's just weird. I don't know how people do these things, how they edit them to make them be super tight. It's lucky this isn't like my whole thing that I was going to do forever, because I would have to figure that out eventually, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm potentially at the tail end of this adventure, so... Oh man, I feel rough. Probably should have eaten some nutritious food instead of junk. Interesting to see if I've lowered the gain more each time. I'm trying to get the gain perfect so you don't hear like popping and other sounds. One day I'll get it perfect. When I've finished, like the last part of this will sound amazing, but people have checked out by then. Yeah, it's worth knowing the presets. I can leave the switches on the soundboard where I want. I wonder how much is picking up my head, scraping around in this massive hood I'm wearing. I'm wearing like an outdoor jacket inside because it's just so cold. My mum is mailing me a hot water bottle from overseas. It's nice when people give a shit about you, isn't it? mean look. I need that for the bloody dogs. But my Haunter died, so I keep seeing all the memes about on Instagram, because I fucking followed like one Bulbasaur page because I like Bulbasaur, and now I get like Pokemon memes all the fucking time. When I go to the search feature, I need to like somehow find it to get away to stop doing that. But it's better that than Instagram thoughts, because, and I say that because that's like the term I think people use. I don't, I'm not moralising when I say that, but I'm against like fucking porn and soft porn and all that, so not like in a Christian way, but just like, it's obviously not good. Fucks up your brain, yo. Probably so does playing fucking Pokemon all day, to be honest. And yeah, it's lucky we healed there for that self-destruct. Really should have just popped to repel. Why was I so stingy here? It makes such longer footage, but you can use them to heal on the soft-boiled. I think that's why I did it. Why I left them. And then that allows me to... Joey really needs to be up front. Why am I keeping him so low? Oh, I know why I'm keeping Joey low, because of course I can make an attempt on 2 of the other birds before the elite floor. Before the elites. And so yeah, if I get like, say, an Articuno to replace him, it's not such a big deal. Mega Horn's like a bug move. It's good against grass, so it's like the rare time you actually get to use him. And of course he misses that time, fantastic. I finally remember to switch out rather than using a flute, which would be cheaty. That was a bad habit I was in. And yeah, double Snorri's down, nice, go Jack. We've got this. No more body slam, but we can rest. We're having to rest like earlier than planned. He sleep powdered us, so we were doing that anyway, so we don't heal is the difference, I guess. I need 3 snores, but we're only going to get 2. This is going to be a mission. No, we managed it. It's 2 to 5 turns, I guess, sleep, right? Fail. What to be careful with is raising a special attack. If you let someone do that for long enough, they can sweep your team. Bloody paralysis, so annoying. But at least he's asleep from the yawn now, and we can one-shot him probably. Yep, run-shot his big brother too. Or sister, I suppose. Hell yeah, freeze those bugs. Who's up front now? It's funny, I didn't realise why we were holding Joey back last time. It was annoying me on rewatch, but at least I figured it out this time. It's also why we're running out of PP, because we're not using the bird and we're not using volley either, so it only gives us 4 guys to rotate around to beat all these trainers. Bloody speed falling is wicked annoying, because he now gets a stomp which can crit, but we've done well enough. Luckily we don't get a crit, and we're all healed up. At least he can't hit us while we're snoring away. Good crit, we only need to probably get 1 decent regular hit now, and he's down. Yeah, this is where it becomes a slog. There's just so many Pokemon to cut through. It's actually handy when they sleep us, because we don't have to rest. Little do they realise, of course, we're now out of snores, so a Snorlax's done for a while. Now he's paralysed, but he's asleep, so it should be a fair fight. I realise this, I shouldn't be using items, so I don't. It's the first time I caught myself, I think. Boom. Acid, there's so many jokes about acid, it's too easy. It's a hack bit at this point. Like I say, he's not confused, he can't have done good acid, was what that hacky joke I made last time, but it's so annoying, that barrier, and then the trolliness of using a hyper potion is just like, fuck you, just die already, man. Accept your defeat. At least it doesn't poison us. Come on, just, yeah, there you go. Boom, down. 2 left. Yeah, he's not half dragon this one, so you think Ice Beam wouldn't really do much, but it's not so bad. I guess water's not resistant to it. Is he half something else, Seadra, or is he just water? I guess we get stab at least. And he's frozen, which is cool, so gives Randy a chance to get some experience without getting melted by all these water types that are around. And yeah, we got to switch away, but at least he gets some experience for being out there. Of course, he's got to share it with Volley. Heal ourselves. Now he's biting us, which is effective, but we transform, which we rarely ever do. He no longer has super effective abilities against us. And when we bite him back, we also have our heal bell, right? A shell bell. So we get quite lucky with the flinch. He doesn't. There's no rain in play, so at least be quicker. No, he starts it again, but at least he wastes a turn doing that. And yeah, we've got a massive lead. He'd have to flinch us every move from now on. And he doesn't. The crit finishes the battle. Boom, Mika levels up. Volley levels up. Hell yeah. Get rid of a useless move. I feel like Sonic Boom's still better than Tackle, even though it's fixed damage. It's like how much, unless it's level 100, that Tackle ain't doing much. Mika can flee from anyone, but why not get some health first? Nice, he didn't even do a damage dealing move, so we're now full health. That's awesome. So I reckon we've got like 2 trainers left. There's a guy at the exit who I always think is a trainer and isn't. He offers to like teach you self-destruct or something useless. I don't know why I'm fucking moving this rock when there's clearly the other one, but there you go. How did I get wounded again? Oh, I healed others. Duh. Probably would have been quicker to go to a Pokemon stage to center than all this faffing around with soft boiled, to be totally honest, but there you go. So I finally relent and push the rock there again. Want all these buttons pushed. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I need to put these things back on top. Primeape just reminds me of the Mankey we lost, so they make me pissed off. But, yeah. Get these buttons pressed again. Come on, let's get out of here. We're so close to being free. I hate this fucking tunnel. All the caves suck. When has there been a cave I'm going to go one further. When has there been not a cave on a Pokemon game, a cave on any video game where you've gone, oh good, a cave. Oh, this is so fun. I love this cave. I wish I could return to that cave part of the game. No one's ever said that about anything. There's no like cave of fucking money and blowjobs, is there? Like that'd be a cool ass cave. But no, such a thing does not exist because we can't have good things. So yeah, it looks like I've left 3 trainers, but that last guy is a tutor, a move tutor guy. And yeah, we got through it. Sorry, I was my narration's extra fucking miserable because it's literally the second time I've overdubbed this footage. So it's like the third time I've seen the footage because I played it, overdubbed it twice. Mission. And yeah, elixirs are great because we only have to worry about fainting and not PP. We can blast them with our best moves rather than holding them back and getting killed more likely. Champion making dude, a supportive homie from day one. Well, pretty much day one. Yeah, and they sell Evers here, but I don't think that's in the base game. I think that's just a Ultraviolet thing, so we're not going to use them. And yeah, hell yeah, here we go. We made it. We made it through. We did it. Elite 4 time.